Worthy, not worthy. Alright, thanks everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Clone Evolution, Lelanders edition. God, does that ever seem cheesy? Playing applause sound and bowing to it. It's like, oh god. That's the worst sound effect ever. Alright, so let's get back on the game, roll, see what we've been up to. I woke up this morning early, started playing the game, and got some of these missions completed so that we could get some extras. Didn't get a whole lot of the purples. As you can tell, I blew through a lot of my jewels trying, sadly. Alright, so there's an hour left for that one. That's okay. Alright, so I figure we don't got much time left in the way of hours to complete this, so again at 8 o'clock, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, we only need 2 more victories to pick up the last of the 3 Vibram tokens. And yeah, I played that a little bit and managed to get the victories I needed. Really, the Tavern Cardinal is the only hard one left, and boy, is it hard. Is it just me, or did the Tavern Cardinal go by so fast this week? I guess it's a week every time, but God, this week went fast forward, or what? God, I'm barely at 10. Not even at 10. So I still got 25 more to go in 98 hours. This is going to be rough. Well, we'll give it our best, and if we get that other chip, that'll make it worth it too, because we really need this chip. Although tenacity kind of sucks balls, not in a good way. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I know it's Sunday in Canada right now. Other countries, it might already be Monday, who knows. Well, I know it must be. Alright, so let's get some... Oh, Suki's been back in the game 22 hours ago. Oh yeah, I already sent the flowers. No, I was looking at some of the things to do today, and since I was playing earlier today, I got a lot of it done, except for the fighting. Oh, and the casino. So let's do the casino. Ooh, that was close. For a second there, I thought I was landing on Bison. I'm like, we got him! Yes! Alright, cheers everyone. Got a Laker, buck of beer. There we go. That hits the spot. Alright, so no luck with the casino. Let's move on. What else do we got? We got the expedition battles. Oh yeah, I had a really good battle with the dungeon the other day. Yeah, it was earlier. Or yeah, it was either last... It might have been this morning. But anyways, when I was playing this morning, had a good battle. Almost won it. Alright, we got all those done already. What else was there left? Oh yeah, 3 of these. We're rifling through the green pretty quick. Excuse me. Now I'm really looking forward to, I guess, already to the next week when we get the next event. Pretty much finished everything we need to for this one. I figured it'll be just my luck. As soon as they get back with those chests, I'll blow them through all my jewels, so I won't be able to spend it on the chest. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can beat that tavern task thing enough without blowing through all my jewels. But it's not looking good, because really already blew through 20%, not even halfway. So, it's not a good start. Let's hope when the tavern tasks refresh today, they give me a whole bunch of purple ones just normally. Like right off the bat, 3 purples. I'll be like, alright. Alright, let's give this a skip. Well, let's watch. I want to see if we kick their ass. Now, today I've been vaporizing so much, I started to get the celery taste. I don't know if anyone's ever had toxic overload before. It sucks. Not sure exactly what that's the cause, but I noticed if I overdo something to the point of reaching toxicity, I usually start tasting celery. And everything starts tasting like celery. Especially if I'm intaking something that's causing the intake overload. Or toxicity overload. Alright, victory. It's kind of a gross taste too, because I don't really like the taste of celery. I did like the taste of celery until one day I got toxicity overload from eating too much celery. I don't know if anyone heard the story before. I was low on money for groceries when I had my own apartment. It was, I don't know, about 5 years into having it. And my fridge was pretty much empty except for a big bag of celery. So I'm like, all right, I'm really hungry and I got celery, so it looks like I'm going to be eating celery today. So I made up a huge frying pan of celery and started frying it to try to add spices to it to give a little bit of taste. And it tasted great for about the first bowl or two. But then when I ate the third bowl, all of a sudden I got toxicity overload. Where all of a sudden all I could taste was celery no matter what I ate or drank. It was fucking disgusting. I'll never eat that much celery again. And yeah, and then I found out that celery is toxic in larger quantities, so you're actually only supposed to eat small amounts of it. Go figure. Now it's amazing how many foods we eat are actually borderline toxic, and we have to control how much we're eating of it. Cinnamon's another one like that. A lot of people think you can just plow back cinnamon, but no, it's actually toxic also. It depends really what kinds of cinnamon you're getting also. There's two different kinds. They're both labeled the same product, so it gets confusing to some people. I think it's cyan cinnamon is one of them. Or cellulose, something like that. Yeah, I hope everyone had an exciting night last night. For me, it was pretty wild. I was watching part of the UFC fights because they were on TSN, so I was able to watch them without it cutting out. Now, the video game news, what did I hear of today? Oh yeah, video game news. I knew I had something for today. It was another prop. So I was cleaning up again today, and I happened to stumble across my favorite game. It was just sitting, I can't remember, I think I found it in the living room in behind one of the couches or something. Yeah, so it turned out to be, if anyone can read that, a Dreamcast game called Phantasy Star Online. So if anyone's heard of Phantasy Star Online for Sega Dreamcast, this was one of the very first games that I played online. So when it came to online gaming, like I didn't really have a PC at that time. So yeah, or did I have a PC? Maybe. But anyways, oh yeah, I had a PC at that time. But online gaming selection was just lame and I didn't really have that many games. I was never really big into buying games. So free-to-play games were mainly the only ones I was playing. Similar to how I got started in Clone Evolution. Yeah, so anyways, I got a Sega Dreamcast and we had it hooked up online. And that was back, what was it, 56K modems. So that was the deal back then is we had, I think I was playing on Net Zero. Like it was one of the free internet providers. So I was like literally playing online gaming with like this cheesy 56K dial-up fucking free internet provider. It was pretty wild to think about how far we've come. You know what really boggles my mind is back then when I used to play Dreamcast online, we had a couple online games, Phantasy Star and Quake. Quake Unreal, or not Quake, was it Unreal? Quake, I'm trying to think, or it's maybe the same game. Multiple titles, but anyways, we were playing that game and it was online and I don't know what it was, but it was so rare to find lag. And I was thinking, dear God, it was like, man, back in the day, 56K modems, it was hard to find lag. It's like, how the hell did we upgrade to such fast internet and get bad lag? Doesn't make any sense. They must have had some way of like really organizing the packets or... And I remember watching that in a documentary where they were talking about the very early days of online gaming and how they were trying to fix the lag issue. Because they're like, how the hell are we going to play a game that requires like instant reaction time across the fucking world because you're going to get like a 2-second delay or whatever. Hey, Shelly, thanks for joining in. Yeah, you made it first. I was thinking today was going to be one of those episodes where we just get the stalker viewers. Just kidding. No, I don't mind anyone who's watching and doesn't have time to chat. I know some people are like listening at work and stuff, so they can't just be sitting at the keyboard. They have to actually go to work while they're listening to the show. Which sadly I was supposed to start work tomorrow, but my work date got pushed back a month. But I was thinking in hindsight it's not so bad because I'm still badly out of shape. So that gives me a whole month to get back into better shape. God damn it, I better not make myself worse shape. God bless this mess. Right, I changed my heroes so that I got a different one. Oh yeah, I didn't ping this time. Thanks for reminding me. No, I was thinking that too when I was typing it. I was like, dear God, typing the message today was so easy. I wonder what I did differently. Oh God. Alright, so I should have gone with my instinct and known. It was because I'm fucking up again. Alright, so yeah, let's do that. Alright, so thanks for reminding me. I'll shoot into the Discord right now and give it a shout out. Even though I already did it once. Failure. Now I'm tempted to try this @everyone command in the other groups I use in Discord, but I don't know if they'll get mad. They're like, hey, stop pinging everyone. It says I'm going to message 30 plus people. Holy shit, we're over 30 people in the group now. Congratulations, everyone. Holy fuck. Dude, that's unreal. I can't believe that my Discord page made it that big. Now, before it never asked me if I wanted to confirm that I was sending it to @everyone because it was saying something about there wasn't really that many people I was sending to anyway, so you didn't really need to confirm anything. But now that it's saying I'm sending it to over 30 people, so that's pretty wild. Unless I sent it in the wrong group, maybe that's what it was. No, it looks like the right one. Yeah, so I was thinking if anyone's wondering what game actually started my chain reaction all the way to playing Clone Evolution, it was this game. Phantasy Star for Sega Dreamcast. And if anyone's wondering what this game was, I think they even have a modern version of it out. It was you just go to different planets hunting and then you could upgrade your character's armor and guns. And it had a lot of teamwork aspects to it, so if you went as a team, you could usually beat bigger creatures, loot better items. I was thinking, dear God, if they release Phantasy Star Online, like 4 or whatever number they're at now, and they made it all free to play, but made a marketplace so that you could sell your items to other players for real money, fuck man, that game would destroy the video game industry. I've missed Diablo. Diablo tried to do that. For a while there, they came out with an online auction place for this play game, Diablo, and you could sell your items for real money on this auction. And I don't know why, some legal issues maybe, they got rid of the auction for real money and changed it just to game money. Which I was disappointed, because right then and there I was like, holy shit, I might actually have to start playing Diablo. Because I was always trying to find a way to become a professional gamer. I wanted, like, pretty much my whole life to find some way I could get paid to play video games. That was like before streaming or anything was even considered. Yeah, can you imagine the old days if you had an idea for a video game TV show? You had to make it all yourself, and the equipment costs like $10,000. Then you would have to pitch it to a television studio, and then they'd have to approve it in some sort of business meeting, and then would end up on a network television station. You might have to start in like cable access programs or something. But it's like, dear God, what are the odds people used to be able to do that? We're so lucky these days. You can just turn on Twitch and... Oh yeah, that was the other news. Did anyone hear the news about Discord? I think they said Microsoft is buying Discord. So I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing. That once Microsoft buys it, they'll find some way to monetize it and make a whole bunch of rules. But who knows, maybe it won't be as bad as it sounds. I figured that as soon as I started to get into Discord, it would get ruined. It's all about me. Alright, so I'll shut down the Discord page for now. Holy fuck, there's a lot of people in here. Top Shelf, he's playing a different game. Ems says bot. Patamine. Oh. Another player is playing Call of Duty. All hail the Prince of Darkness. Playing Showdown. Yeah, it's so neat to see all these players playing a variety of video games. I miss the days when I was able to do that. I don't know, I just hate other games so much. I gotta be more open to new games. And what I really hate about new games is I don't have time to try any of them. Holy shit, 6 viewers and 3 likes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, I just started to swap out Crime Fighter because, man, he's not really doing much damage-wise or healing-wise anymore. It's reached the point where my team has a lot of heroes in it that don't do anything during the battles. It's kind of fucking annoying. Yeah, so we'll let this one finish up and we'll work on something new. Ah, Top Shelf was playing poker. You know, I used to be addicted to Poker Stars for quite a while. I think what it was is Poker Stars, I played the free money. You remember how they had like the free money version of Poker Stars website? And then eventually they started to get websites where you could sell the free money chips. So I sold the free money chips and had money in my real Poker Stars balance. Then I played that all the way up to like $100 or 200 or something. And then I lost it all. And then I was like, fuck it, man. After trying all that took years and years of doing it. I'm like, I'm never playing this again. I just got really sick of poker. And it kept happening too, where it was like ridiculous hands. Like I would be all set to win it, and then someone would fucking hit like 4 of a kind or a royal flush. I'd be like, dear God, I just can't take these wild hands that Poker Stars has. It's like, it's always like 4 of a kind versus a royal flush versus, it's fucking ridiculous. You never see those hands in real life, but on Poker Stars, it's like every other hand, which you should be able to use to your advantage, so I can't be complaining about it for that. And what really turned me off to poker is I started to watch it ruin my friends' lives, because I noticed a lot of them got so addicted to playing poker on their computer that they literally couldn't do anything else. They would wake up and then they would start eating breakfast while playing poker, and then they would like, I don't know, like go to school or work or whatever, and then come back, and as soon as they got home, the computer went on, and they would play poker while watching sports, they would play poker while checking their email, they would play poker while eating dinner. It's like it got to the point where it's like they were never not playing poker. And I started to realize what it is. It's like you're always fishing for that next hand. You're like, oh, that next hand's going to be the big one. The next hand. It's always that next hand. It's like the carrot dangling on a string in front of you. Now, I had some of my friends that got so good at poker on Poker Stars that they made it to like world tournaments where they're traveling to like Germany and shit and on TV. But it was still at the point where it was like ruining their life. So it's like, even when you reach the point where it's like you're on TV, it's still ruining your life. It's pretty fucked up. But anything can be like that. It's not just poker. Like, people obsess over video games or obsess over collecting stamps. Who knows what the fuck it is. Yeah. And I started to realize too is poker is like chasing money. And if you're chasing money your whole life, it kind of sickens you. I don't know. For a while there, I couldn't even like stand money to the point where I don't want to see any of it. I don't want to collect large sums of it. I don't want to dedicate my whole life to obsessing over it. It's like, fuck that. I'd rather just live. No, it is kind of neat for a game every once in a while. Some days I consider playing poker, but for me, I never really was that good at it, so I didn't have a great addiction to it because I would mainly just lose. So if you're just losing, it's hard to become addicted. No, my one friend, he made it, I think, to 50 grand or 30 grand. That's what his balance was up to at PokerStars at one point. I think he eventually quit poker too. I don't know if the same thing happened to him, where he realized it had pretty much taken over his whole life. Weed is like that for me. It's like I find when I vaporize weed, I obsess over it too much, that I'm packing bowls like every minute of every day. It's really annoying. I wish I could do it in more moderation. I shouldn't say wish I could. Sometimes I can, but it's very rare. Let's let it continue a little bit, but man, can't beat this one. It's a shame. We took out one of the healers. We almost had the second healer dead. If we would have killed that second healer, I bet you we would have won. Yeah, what kind of sickened to me too is I started to see corruption in PokerStars, where I realized that some of the players were actually being sponsored illegally or under the table by other players. So occasionally you'd have like 2 or 3 players at your team that are just playing crazy because they get free money. Everything they're betting isn't even their money, and they can just bet it and it doesn't matter if they win or lose. So I was like, holy fuck, when you're in a poker game with a whole bunch of people like that, that's kind of fucked up. Because they can play a lot more aggressive and a lot more fucking wild, like when they have like 3 or 4 players playing for them. I don't know, it's fucked. I know PokerStars tried to eliminate a lot of the corruption deals like that, but not to mention too, with PokerStars, it was kind of easy to rig some tables where you would get like 3 or 4 people all playing on a network at one house, and everyone sits at one table. And then PokerStars started to realize that and started to like make different IPs required. So then people would just do it from a different IP for each one. Like get a different cell phone connection and run it off that for each computer. So basically you'd be at an open table and it appears like it's just a room or a table full of random players. But it would turn out it'd be all the same people in the same room. So you'd be walking in and then they could hustle you at the table because they're talking using table talk because no one can tell. They're setting up a network in someone's house. PokerStars, like you normally when you're at a poker game, all the other players at the table can't conspire to beat you, right? The dealer would say, hey, no table talk, or you're not allowed to, like, I don't know how that works in regular poker games. I don't think you can conspire with other players, can you? Yeah, and then that is a little bit of the victimhood. Trying to blame all these different conspiracies as to why I'm losing at poker, not just because I suck. Couldn't be that. Oh, I think we could beat him? I don't know, it's pretty challenging. I'm not really that low. Yeah, you can't conspire in poker rooms. It's called collusion. Yeah, I thought there were some sort of rules against that. See, that's why when you're playing on an online table, it's harder to stop people from doing that because you're not at their house, right? You don't know how many people are actually in the same room that are apparently different players that don't know each other and aren't talking to each other behind the scenes. See, that even happened with online gaming a bit when it came to like first-person shooters, right? Like, Which one is it? Like, say you had a team battle in first-person shooters, and you wanted a behind-the-scenes mic thing so your whole team could collaborate without anyone else in the game knowing. Sort of like using TeamSpeak in a game that normally doesn't support chat. I used to do it all the time when I played Battlefield 2, because we'd be in a match and we'd have a network set up at my house so I could see where the other players were in the game, because I could just look over at their monitor and see them. So it was like having an extra radar screen that gave me images of what every other spot on the map looked like according to whatever other players were playing next to me. Where normally when someone's playing Battlefield 2, they only get to see one monitor. They don't get to see the monitors of the other players in the match. Because they're not in the same room with them. Like, same physical room. LAN party. Can't believe we got our asses kicked in this. Fucking sucks. Alright, let's skip this. I can't watch this losing. Alright, I think I needed 1 or 2 more victories. So we can't have losses here. It has to be a victory. Now that did remind me of the Battlefield 2 days, when sometimes entire teams would try to conspire to beat me because I kept getting the highest score. And I didn't mind that in a way, because I was like, holy fuck, man. It kind of made me feel happy that that many people were working together just to try to beat me. It's a good work, guys. Keep it up. Hey, Epic C, what's happening in Greece, man? Now, I've watched some travel videos of Greece. It looks pretty wild. No, one person I know, friend that lives in Bulgaria, she speaks pretty highly of Greece too. I can see why Tom Hanks wants to travel there, right? Or live there, or become a citizen. Because, man, it's fucking sick. You get the nice weather, nice water. I got to see salt water one day. I keep having dreams about it where I go and see salt water. I'm like, wow, it's so salty. Oh, that's what she said. Sorry, that was horrible. She's talking about the ocean. Get your mind out of the gutter. All right, let's see here. Oh, there's still quarantine stuff in Greece, eh? Wow. Now, Canada, we're slowly starting to get our human rights back, because you will never guess what happened. Like, for the most part, people just caved and listened to the government demands. And if they got tickets, they just paid them. But then a few people, like, bonded together, like this, under a news agency. What are they called? Rebel Media or something? Anyways, they all got lawyers together and teamed up and fought the charges, like the tickets. And a lot of times they're winning the cases. So now people are like, hey, it's like we don't actually have to listen to these people trying to take our human rights away, even if they're officials, because a lot of cases you can win it in court. Which I don't preach that, because, God, you could lose the court case and it'd be a disaster, right? Not to mention the civil disobedience thing, but I don't know. I think that's what started to happen, is the government's like, fuck it, we can't really give out these tickets anymore because people are actually fighting them and winning. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. They're trying to say that it's going to be doomsday and that our hospitals are overflowing. But in Canada, it's hard to trick people with that, because our hospitals have always been overflowing. We're the country that coined the term hallway medicine, where we have like doubled our population and tore down hospitals, so we literally don't have enough room even without a pandemic. So unless we're at the point of like thousands of people like dying in a day without seeing doctors, then it's nothing out of the ordinary. I shouldn't laugh, it's horrible, but I don't know, it seems like the media keeps trying to take a disaster that's been happening for like a decade, maybe even 20 years, and then try to sell it as a new idea. Like, oh, these forest fires, they're horrible. And then people are like, man, these forest fires have been happening every year. It's not like it's the first year we've had forest fires or something. Dear God, in Canada's history, we've had forest fires that wiped out entire cities. Fucking tens of thousands of people killed in a fire. Can you imagine? Now they're trying to tell us the forest fires are happening like some fluke of nature. It's never happened before. It's like, wait a minute. Crack open that history book. You're like, holy shit, man. These forest fires have been happening like crazy all the time. Now I went up and saw some of the memorials to the cities up north. The one fire was called the Matheson Fire, and it's close to where I bought land. And the forest fire was so bad, you know how the only people that survived? They fucking jumped onto a train that was like peeling out of town. So whoever managed to get on the train managed to survive the fire. And the only other people that survived, they jumped in the river and started holding their breath underwater. And they said people that held their breath underwater were able to survive the heat long enough to survive the fire too. Can you imagine? Your whole fucking city's engulfed in flames. The only way you can survive is to jump in a river. Fuck. Man, that was the old days, right? Well, who knows? Maybe even California was like that a bit too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was watching some of the travel videos. Some of the people, the YouTubers I watched, they were in Greece early on when the lockdown started. And there was still, like, giant crowds of people gathering around the outsides of stadiums, right? To watch soccer. Or football or whatever it's called. But, so that's what I was thinking, like, really? I don't know. It's hard to say anyone's really, like, we kind of listen to lockdowns, but a lot of people don't, right? So that's why I kind of joke every time they're saying the lockdowns are working. It's because they're never really working. Hardly anyone, like, sure, segments of the population will listen, but there's a lot of people that don't. Like, especially people that still have to work and still have to get onto subways that are packed with people. They don't even have an option to actually social distance. Like, how many people can just say, oh, I'm not going to work for a year. See if my landlord minds that I don't pay rent anymore. Now, I started to get into arguments with people about that online because a few of my friends on Facebook were advocating for that. They're like, hey, just stop paying your landlord. I'm like, man, you shouldn't spread that fucking shit on Facebook. That's mean to the landlords, right? Like, some people are landlords and barely make an income to feed their family. It's not like just because you're a landlord means you're a fucking millionaire. Or well off in the actual bills department. Even some people that are millionaires are actually still one paycheck away from debt, right? Or bankruptcy. So that's what I was thinking too, the human rights thing. Once you take the landlord's ability away to collect rent, that's the same thing as taking away property ownership. Because that's what's happening to the landlord, right? He's losing his rights to property ownership. So you really shouldn't jump for joy when someone loses their property right ownership, because sure, they might just be taking it from the landlords first, but who will they take it from next, right? Is it going to be homeowners? Is it going to be fucking renters next? Like, oh, sorry, you can't live in the apartment you're renting anymore. Now we have a new apartment complex for you to live in. No, on Canada's news, they started talking about the guaranteed minimum income thing again. That is a little bit freaky. This guaranteed minimum income project, like, that's one step away from communism. Or I don't even know if that would technically be it at that point, wouldn't it? Alright, let's see if we got the victories we needed. Sorry, guild members, if I was beating anyone. Oh yeah, we got 2 victories. Right, so finally, we got 3 more Vibram tokens. Yes! Now, the main reason I'm super happy about the Vibram tokens is we got to get 30 for this kid. I don't think we're going to do it. Fuck, man. Like really, in order to do it, I have to beat the tavern task, get the 40, so that'll be 3, then we'll be 2 away, but to get the last 3, I have to get 35. Does anyone think I stand a chance? Will I get the 35 in 98 hours? I don't think so, but I shouldn't be that pessimistic. We'll give it our best. We'll give it the good old college try. It's the last day for Cross Arena. What does that mean? Like permanently or just for this event, you mean? Saving up tokens to buy a kid. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, eh? You should see my other game. It sounds even worse. Oh, God. It's like I feel bad when my neighbors are listening to it. I'm like, dear God, like, what do my neighbors think I'm talking about? Surprised the cops haven't showed up yet. We can use our money to buy children. Now, the other game, they happen to name the currency an acronym. And the currency's long form version is Project Entropia Dollars. And they made the name for the currency, the acronym for that. So everyone's always yelling and yelling that name. I was like, dear God, that is not something you want to be yelling around. It's like, I think in Sweden they must have a different translation because that's where the game comes from. So maybe Project Entropia Dollars acronym sounded cool to them. Totally different language. Alright, so yeah, let's see. We need to get the kid with glasses. Let's specify in the game. And we'll get... Yeah, we got to get these Vibram tokens. Dear God. Yeah, and even if I fail and we only make it to like 30, at least we'll get the Jane Austen and the super chip. Sucks that the chip is tenacity, but hey. I forget, what does tenacity do? Does anyone know? Can you put it in the chat? What does tenacity do? Yeah, and the other good part is once all these shift over, you know what we're getting? It's the fucking Easter event. I keep forgetting that Easter's so close. So yeah, we're definitely getting the Easter event soon. And last year, I still have some of the items saved from Easter. Let's see, what did I save? Does anyone see the Easter items? Maybe I didn't save any. Oh well, for some reason I thought I saved Easter items, but I don't see any. Oh shit, we're getting close to enough DNA. Ooh, tenacity means less damage from enemies critical. Alright, so that's not so bad. Here I was worried it really sucked. Oh yeah, remember yesterday I was trying to collect this and it crashed? So we actually have one more gold battle to do and then a whole nother round of it. Alright, so I'll leave quick battle off so we can see what happens in this. And we'll give her a run with these. Holy shit, I'm even fighting one red star. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the Easter event was. I was pretty sure it was one of those things where you got like eggs or something. And then, like one of those ones we just did for St. Patrick's Day. One of those bosses. And you can collect A, B, or C levels. Or I could be wrong, I'm just getting that mixed up with something. That's probably a more strong possibility. Now I could jump into the archive and try to find out what was the first event that I ever seen that I did for Clone Evolution. Was it St. Patrick's Day? Maybe it was Easter. I can't even remember what month I started streaming the game. Oh fuck, my team's getting its ass wiped. Alright, let's exit this. We'll have to come back and try that again with a different team. That was close. Almost didn't exit in time. Alright, so the extra healing is not paying off. So let's bring in her for extra staying alive. And let's give that a roll. Yeah, I keep hoping for regular chests too. That's the one I really want. Holy fuck, man, this bowl tastes super good. This is the one that has my vapor oil dripped in instead of just regular oil. I forgot how good it tastes. Yeah, so this battle's going a little better. Shouldn't jinx it, but... Holy fuck, that person's died twice already. No, that was kind of useless because the only person that they saved was themselves. Alright, so that's definitely not going good. Let's get the hell out of there. Try it again. So that hero is a bit useless to bring. Let's try bringing in Crime Fighter. See if Crime Fighter makes the difference. Now, if I had to guess, it's probably going to not be chess, but the one that we haven't gotten in the longest time. Because, like, maybe it does a rotating schedule just like the other ones. Yeah, we should ask Suki next time she's, or just ask her in Discord, if she's ever traced any patterns with any other cycles in the game. Like how often each chess battle is or whatever. Yeah, Abyss, that's the one. I was actually going to exit it to try to remember the name of it, so I'm glad you mentioned it. Fuck, man. I see the problem here. The problem is the healer's surviving. So I gotta just isolate, make sure I take this fucking healer out. Say, sorry healer, it's time for you to go. And if the healer dies, then we should have a better chance. Because then we won't have to deal with the fucking bullshit healing all the time. Now that's actually how I ended up beating the arena, is my team kept losing. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to take the team and change one hero from one position to the other, and it worked, and I started winning. I was like, fuck man, I should have tried that a lot sooner. There we go. Healer's done. Come on, Jane. Fuck! I was hoping Jane would go, but no. She had to be stunned. There we go. That's 2 of them done. 3 done. We're tied. 3 for 3. I don't want to skip it because looks like we could still pull on. Oh, we're ahead. 3-2. Come on, everyone. Cheer us on. We can win this. Yeah. Get our hands on the chest. Ooh, Alice. She's got a whole nother layer of health. That's a good sign. I think we got this. Don't want to jinx it. Salami and cheese time. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! We did it. Yes. Alright, that was sick. I don't know, was anyone very optimistic we were going to win there? That was looking bad. Well, we pulled it off. Got our hands on the chest. Ooh, March 31st. So we're coming up to the actual day. Wow. Now, I didn't start doing daily episodes right away. I think I made a tutorial first, and then I was like, man, this was fun. So I started making more episodes. And it snowballed from there. Alright, we won't bother with quick battles because I want to make sure we don't fuck around and lose half our team before we even get to the gold chest. Wow, level 78. Yeah, I was thinking when I first started playing the game, well, even now, I was super hooked on it and I just played it non-stop. So for the first few weeks of playing it, I was like hardcore leveling up like constantly. Now, I don't think I've ever really missed the daily missions except for like maybe 1 or 2 chests in the past year. They're like, holy fuck, is he dedicated? Now I gotta try to apply that dedication to more monetary value subjects, but life can't always be about money. Alright, let's see. Who should I kill first? Let's go with these chicks. I don't trust them. She looks like she's very dangerous. I'll take her out. Hey, 5 viewers, 5 likes. Cheers, everyone. Thanks. Now, today was another day of just working around the house. Got a little bit of exercise done. Can't do much outside. Well, actually I have to go outside and prepare for a fucking hurricane. Forgot about that, but now apparently we're getting extreme winds because we shifted from like summer weather to like winter. We're supposed to get a couple hours of snow tonight, but it'll all melt when it touches the ground because everything's fucking soaking wet from a giant thunderstorm that we've had for the past 3 days. It was nice. I played disc golf to death to the point where I couldn't even move my arm, and then we got like days and days of rain, so it worked out pretty good. Minus the couldn't move my arm part. Alright, let's take out Jane Austen. Now I got some updated emails from the shipping for my package from the Ukraine, and it's arriving very shortly. I'm kind of freaked out because it's going to be risky. Working on these videos could break my new computer, so I sure hope that doesn't happen. Knock on wood. Because part of it involves installing a part into my computer so that I can read the camcorders, like what do they call it, Firewire card. And I haven't tried installing any new software or hardware into my new computer yet, so dear God, it's going to be sketch. I might just have to call it and ask my friend who's good at computers to come over and help. Oh yeah, I don't know if anyone heard the news. I probably shouldn't even talk about it on the show because I don't want them to sell out. But there's a company, I forget what they're called, not Google Glass, but something Glass. I should check, see if I can find it. But anyways, this company has like this new hologram technology. You know how I'm always into holograms. So I'm thinking about getting this. I might even do it for Clone Evolution. We'll run fucking Clone Evolution on a fucking hologram. But now let's see. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, I think I put it in the store section. Yeah, I did. Oh, for fuck's sakes. It just crashed the game. Piece of shit. Oh well. I can boot it pretty quick. And it gives me time to check out the hologram. Alright, so this is the world's first holographic display. And basically what this means is you can buy a hologram monitor now for your computer. So you don't have to have like regular monitors, you don't need the VR monitor. You can now get a hologram monitor. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like a cube and you can like turn it and shit. So the image or hologram that's in it, you can turn it and see other perspectives. So if people are looking at the same hologram from different parts of the room, they can see different objects at the same time. And I think they said to get it to work, they needed to like overlap a whole bunch of shit. Like forget like 50 or 100 copies of the same image. So the video files must be pretty intense. I think they said what it runs on is 3D imaging, like what do they call those, modeling software. So it might take a while before we can actually run games on it, but... So yeah, let's look at the products they sell. Their top of the line one isn't even priced yet, and it's a giant 8K monitor. Or is this one? I think this one was the one that costs... I think there was one that was $3,000, so it's pretty expensive, right? Oh yeah, here's the one. The 15-inch monitor is $3,000. So that's a pretty expensive computer monitor. So you can imagine how much the 8K one's going to cost. It's probably around $10,000 if I had to guess. For the most part, it'll just be for the super rich and for people that are like own stores and they want to set up a display or something. So if you're looking at the one that I'm trying to order right now, you can see I've actually got one in my cart. It's this one. They have like a tiny like photograph size version. So it's not a big screen like a 15-inch monitor. It's just like a photograph size. So I don't know if that'll even be big enough to play Clone Evolution on it. Maybe I shouldn't buy it because it's pretty expensive too. This little photograph frame. Let's check out the price. I think it was around $300 US. And then it cost extra for shipping if you live in different countries. So I got to pay some huge import fees. I'll probably be looking at close to $500 by the time I pay the duty to import it and convert it. But they said people that have like 3D modeling software jobs and stuff, they'll love it because then they can see their image like a 3D model and a hologram on their desk before they even have to 3D print it to see how it looks in 3D. So we'll see how cool these holograms are. There's a whole bunch of people that have reviewed them already on YouTube because they have sent out the, what is it called, the display units or whatchamacallit, developer tools. Developer kit, that's it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be into full-blown hologram technology just quite yet, but we're getting pretty damn close now. The only thing I don't like about this hologram technology, it still requires glass around it. It's not like a hologram you can just put your hand through. But I figure as long as it, like they even talk about it coming out of the glass, we'll have to see it. Like you really can't see that unless you're there to see it, right? They talk about it showing pretty good on TV, but I don't want to play it on YouTube on my channel because it probably gets strikes. I don't know, $500 for a little portrait monitor does seem pretty expensive. I probably should wait until the technology becomes more affordable. Not jump on it, try to be the first to buy it. Yeah, what does everyone else think? Would you actually play games on a holographic monitor or not bother? Just stick to regular? I don't know, for me, like even back in the original Star Wars movies, they had R2-D2 and he was able to shoot out holograms. So that's kind of what I've always dreamed of since I was a kid, to switch to hologram monitors. I know some people, they don't really care about it, but for me it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, let's move him there. Well, let's go there. Now, I don't have any affiliate links for the Looking Glass hologram monitor, but maybe if they start doing that, I will. Or maybe they have already and I just didn't find out until after you buy it. Yeah, the odds of it running clone evolution is probably going to be slim. Like, I was thinking portrait mode, but could you turn the thing sideways and then run it? But then some developers are talking about how it doesn't let you flip it to widescreen mode. So if you can't flip it to widescreen mode, that would really suck. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other people already reviewing it on YouTube. It's not like you'll be the first person to review it. Some people already have. And I have to think of an actual practical use, because other than like putting 3D models of ancient artifacts into it, I don't think there's anything I'd use it for. Bouncing boobs probably wouldn't look the greatest. Nah, just kidding. Who are we kidding? They would. Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Is like what type of files you could upload into it, and if it's only like AutoCAD files and stuff or 3D rendering files, then you're really going to be limited to what you can run on it until they start making it run for everything. But on their website, they actually did have a list of the different programs you can run with it. I should check it out. And some of them are still in the development tool phase, so they don't really have it working fully. So I was thinking that's another reason not to get it, is because it's not even ready yet. It's like, what's the point of buying some new technology? It should be at least working if you're going to buy it. Ah, here it is, the software. So they have HoloPlay service, 3D viewer, depth recording software, HoloPlay Studio. It's the first video editor for viewing and editing 3D images and video. Yeah, so they were talking about people are taking their cell phones and making their own videos to play on these. So that would be kind of neat. It says 3D model importer. You can load GITFs, GLBs, and object files, OBJs. Probably shouldn't have read that on YouTube. Get your mind out of the gutter. Alright, so let's see here. Now, before I was only looking into that, was it the red cell phone that was supposed to be a hologram? And this is substantially better. So even though this does kind of suck, I'm still just happy that it's better than the last thing that sucked. Alright, so HoloPlay Core SDK. So they've got some sort of like, it looks like a phone SDK. Is that what those are? So that'd be something you'd load onto an Android thing. And then it's got Unity, Play Unity plugin for Looking Glass. I don't know if anyone's heard of Unity before. Oh, it's got Unreal. So it's got an Unreal Engine plugin for it, so you can create and interact with absurdly realistic holographic creations using the Unreal Engine. VTK, never heard of that. Pymol. Oh, build and animate 3D molecules. So it's some sort of medical purposes. I don't know. You can load a picture of a virus and see it in 3D. Alright, oh yeah, 3D slicer for medical image information. Yeah, so people that are learning how to slice objects in 3D, they can use this monitor for it. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I forgot to mention. The one thing that was encouraging me to buy it is it also works in collaboration with, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this. I'll put this image on the screen for a sec. It works with the Leap motion controller. So I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Leap motion controller. Man, I think I should go get it. It's funny, I've got one that I could use as a prop, but I didn't get it ready. So I'll be right back, and I'll grab another beer at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. What did I get? Alright, so let's give a little applause here for the Leap motion controller. So if anyone hasn't seen the Leap motion controller before, what it is, it's the ultimate in controllers for virtual reality. You can see that mine's actually attached to a virtual reality helmet. This is funniest name ever. Deepoon virtual reality system. And what this is like one of the early VRs that can run on older computers. So if you have an old shitty computer, usually this thing can still run on it. And I think they had it working with Steam at one point, as far as I know. No, but that was the one thing that really sucked that I noticed in VR. I don't know if anyone else noticed this. Is when you play VR, the controllers usually suck, right? Like, what do they got? The PlayStation Move controller? It's not very good. And, well, it's good, but it's not realistic, right? And then they got, what is it, the other ones? What's the other famous VR system? The one for computer. Oculus or something? Is that it? There, I clicked start a million times. Didn't want to go. Yeah, and then they also got this stand for the kinetic stand. Oh. So that you can just attach the Leap Motion thing to it. Or maybe it's something else. I'll have to check. So anyways, what happened is this company called Leap Motion, they made this controller that's just a sensor, and you can put it on whatever you want to use the sensor for. And what VR companies realized is they could put it on the VR helmet. So now what happens is, when I need a controller in the game, I just move my hand in front of the sensor, and it renders my whole real hand into the game. The actual dimensions of it and everything. So when you want to have your hand in the game to pick up objects or pull triggers or whatever you're doing in a VR game, this Leap Motion controller puts your actual hand in. So you don't now have to hold the controller anymore. So that's why I was thinking the Leap Motion control is really sick, but it wasn't really that practical. But what they did with this holographic display is they've added this Leap Motion controller to it. So when you have your 3D render in front of you, you can also interact with it. And I can imagine what they'll do. Like most cases, like say if you had someone's hand on the screen and you went to give them a high five or something, then you could have like their hand move back and like an animation when you slap it or whatever. You can imagine what else they would do with it. It's pretty promising technology. A little bit gross. I can imagine where they'll go with it, but no, I got bored of it pretty quick because I found it was still in the early ages of development and it wasn't really worth experimenting with it. It was taking me hours just to get it even working. So I don't know whatever happened with this VR helmet system and the Leap Motion controller, but it's neat. They said the old Leap Motion controller still works for this holographic display. So if I buy the display, I already have the $100 controller that controls it. I should check how much is a Leap Motion controller now. Maybe they don't even cost that much anymore. Or it could be one of those things where it's a rare piece of technology and it went up in price. Because that Leap motion controller was actually pretty old. Oh no, it says, yeah, it's only $100. So it's still the same price. So I don't know if I really should buy a holographic display just because I have the controller that works for it. It's kind of neat to think though in the future. I'm glad I didn't throw out the Leap motion. I was thinking I would never use it again, I would just sell it. Ah, fuck, my whole team is dying. Alright, screw that. We're not letting him kill my whole team. That was good. We looked just in time. Yeah, the name of that VR set is so funny, eh? Dapoon. I don't know what that means in another country, but I don't think it means the same thing as it does here. I swear, YouTube, it's not my fault. We're not trying to do this. It's the company's fault. We didn't name them. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, we made it up to 5 legs. Thanks, everyone. Ah, fuck. Another one of our heroes died. Piece of shit. It's this damn kid, man. He's such a good healer, right? We gotta take out this other blue hair guy. He's a bastard, too. Alright, we're done for. Let's come back and we'll switch the order up a little bit. It says that's our best team, right? Maybe this will fuck them up. Yeah, Clone Evolution couldn't work unless it was a 3D game. That's probably it too, right? Unless they actually modeled these renders to be 3D. They do almost look 3D, right? Because at some points you can, or I guess you can't really see behind them, right? Because who knows, maybe that'll be the future. Clone Evolution 2. They'll make a release a 3D rendered version for the fucking holographic monitors. Because I was thinking that, doesn't the one thing do it where you take images and then it makes 2D things look 3D? I don't know. That'd be cheap. Real 3D would be better. Alright, we're just getting wiped again. So let's fucking get out of here. Try a different combination. Apparently this kid sucks, and I shouldn't give him all my items. So let's get all of the items away from the kid. I was hoping he would be able to help us, but really didn't.
Looks like your defense system is full of loopholes.
Right, since Crime Fighter's the one doing all the damage, might as well give him back the items. We'll give the kid his items.
Hey buddy, looks like your defense system is full of loopholes.
And we'll exchange pets.
I am going to swim and play with the fish, and I'll feed and spoil them.
Hey buddy, looks like your defense system is full of loopholes.
Alright, the tavern task is finally completed. Right, so after the stream is over, and once the game resets at like 8 o'clock or whatever it is for me tonight, I'm going to start it up again, and I'm just going to refresh until I get a full list of fucking purples. It's going to put a big dent in my purple supply, but I want to try to win this fucking kid. The blue-haired kid fragment is the one I need in order to if I get enough of the tokens. So that's really what I need. Gotta focus on that. And I got almost 100 hours. It's not really that much, right? What is that? 48 hours is 2 days. So it's basically I got 4 days to do it. Can I complete 35 more tasks? Oh no, I only have 25 more to go. Still a lot. If we could get 5 or 10 of them done a day, 5, 10, 15, 20. So fuck yeah, we have to get more than that done. We have to get double. So I think we can do it. It's just going to take all of our fucking purple jewels. It's going to be a shame, but if we get the fragment we need, boom, we'll show you what we're looking at. We're looking at adding this healer to our team. So I think going to the extreme, trying to get her added to the team, it's worth it. The only sad thing is once we make the blue-haired kid into this guy, we'll still need one arena girl. So sadly we'll be one away, but arena girl is one of those ones. She seems to be a reward very often, which I'm jinxing it now that I'll need her. But yeah, so I think I'll be able to get her. I don't want to jinx it. Especially given that once that next big draw comes up and I try to match hero draws and I have this many to draw, that's quite a bit, right? We're going to be adding a fucking shitload of purples. Oh, which reminds me, let's do an evolution. I was thinking that today I was saving enough fragments to do an evolution for today's episode. So let's make one. Joe. Now remember back in the day, we didn't have enough sun heroes. It's like now we're going to have sun heroes. Oh fuck, we only have one. Right, so I have to make 2 more. Ah, shit. I thought we had enough. Alright, so let's go to the store, buy 2 more. Someone was telling me the one that they like to buy. I'm trying to remember. Let's just go with this one because we got so many. What is it we need? 6? Or 12? Let's go 12. Oh, that was way too many. Oh well. As long as we have enough, that's a rule that really mattered. Oh no, that's perfect, too. Perfect amount. I don't know why I thought my math was so wrong when it was correct. It was me that was wrong. Alright, let's check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. There we go. Holy shit. 3 Mother Teresas. Boom. Alright, so now we got another Joan. Alright, let's check how many Joans we made. I think I went a little bit overboard on the Joan production line, but now when the game's like, oh, need sun heroes, I'll be like, yep, no fucking problem. I got 4 sun heroes. Yeah, so when it comes time to needing more sun heroes, we're going to be all set. It's a shame I can't upgrade Joan into anyone. Oh well. Oh, the hero upgrade pack. I can hardly wait to see what the pack's going to be. The new chest that we can spend with jewels. Unless we get to jinx it and it'll still just be packs that you can buy only with money. Alright, so let's see. What do we need for the daily task? We got everything completed. Let's go with some more dungeon battles. I think, did we get everything completed we can? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was knowing what I was going to do. I was going to make a few more Darwin Lab creations. If we can. Yeah, looks like we can. Booyaka. Alright, we're up to another blue. Alright, next what we'll do is we'll work on the dungeon. I think today's the day we can actually beat the dungeon. What I was going to do is unequip everything from this kid. Put Crime Fighter back. It's funny, they even tell me that we're stronger with the kid. Yeah, I think we're going to have to try that. See if we can do it. We can do it! Let's smoke them. Welcome to the jungle. I mean, dungeon. Alright, let's get the sponsor message in.
Today's dungeon battle was brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Woo!
Yeah, we're back. Holy shit, we took out one of their heroes. Oh, fuck. Just as I said that, Tanker got his ass wiped. Or kicked. Too bad. Alright, so now I know what to do. I don't really know what to do, but we'll try something different. I think this is the wrong placement for him. Switch him to there. Now let's try. So that way if that chick dies, doesn't really matter. She's expendable. That's what Suki said. Not me. It's the victimhood. I blame others. Alright, so we're half our team is tombstones, but we're coming back. Cheers, everyone. There we go. Even Crime Fighter's back. He's like, hey, want some healing? No one needs it. Holy fuck, man. Did this battle suck or what? We didn't kill anyone. Alright, so that was worse. If anyone's got any ideas or solutions that we could possibly beat this dungeon level, let me know. Because I know yesterday we almost beat it and I forgot how. I thought it was having that other glasses-haired kid in the lineup, but maybe it's something else. Let's try putting him to target one of these people. Maybe he can take him out. Oh, your Prime Minister's on vacation every week. Yeah, that's what our officials kept doing in Canada. Every time they told us it was time to lock down, we kept catching them on like vacations in Mexico and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you lock down all the people and then you go on vacation? So a lot of people started to realize that the lockdown rules are just discriminating against poor people. Rich people are still allowed to travel anywhere they want because they can afford to fly. Anyone who used to travel across the land borders is fucked, because they can't afford to just get on a plane and fly over the border. Which was so stupid, they kept convincing everyone that the lockdowns were working because the land border's closed. And then everyone's like, well, what the fuck? There's still 50,000 truckers going across every day, and there's also everyone still flying. So it's like, what the fuck was a land border closing accomplishing? Other than fucking the country's economy. And I kept finding funny too is everyone in the world keeps blaming other countries for the virus. Like, oh, we can just close the airports. It's not like we have the virus, it's others that are causing it. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure every country has it. It's not like we could just shut down the fucking border. What does it matter if everyone has it? I get the intention. They're trying to make things better. It's good intentions. Good intentions pave the road to hell, though, right? And I found it funny, the unions in our country were allowed to hold a giant protest today. And when they did, it fucking poured rain the whole day. They just got drenched. So I was like, well, I shouldn't be mean. That is mean, but I was like, that's kind of fitting. It's like here the union was like beating and arresting the people, not allowing us to protest. But when it came time to their protest, they were allowed. But at least we had nice weather for our... The gods are on our side. Holy shit, we killed 2 of the heroes. See, I told you. Just moving Tengu to a different position. See, that's the key to life. Sometimes you just gotta change positions. Get your mind out of the gutter. The key to success, changing positions. Well, we'll see. We're only 7 rounds in. 1 hero's already dead on our team, so we're not that far ahead. Oh, fuck. Jane Austen just died. Alright, we're done. It's a shame. Now we're killing their healer. There must be some sort of ability. When one of our healers dies, it gives like some power boost and we're able to kill other people. Oh fuck, too bad. We did damage with that hit. Yeah, it's every time one of our heroes dies, then we can do some damage. Alright, so let's try him in that position. We'll keep trying changing the positions. See if it actually affects the battle outcome. Alright, let's give a little shout out to the patrons as well. Yeah, thanks again, patrons. Suki, Jim, Ray, Travis, everyone, the patrons. Patron songs coming. Oh, I was thinking too, if anyone on the patrons list wants to do a patrons only stream where I won't broadcast it, it'll just be like a live stream room that I give out to everyone who's in the patrons. So if anyone wants to do that, just let me know and I'll start doing it. I don't want to start doing it now because I don't think any of the patrons have time to tune in for such a thing, so just let me know. Now and then later maybe I could upload the patrons episode if anyone wants it, upload it or not. We'll see what happens. Now I figure it's good, offer some sort of exclusivity, not just this patron song. I'm pretty sure I figured out how to do that. It'd be like just creating a Zoom room basically, right? That's password protected, you can only give out the password to people you want to be able to join. Definitely ways to do it. Now, and some people have been asking me to try new games, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, eventually I'm gonna have to give up on Clone Evolution once I beat the game, right? Like, once I reach Suki's level, once she gets to like 400, then she pretty much beat the game. So once I reach that point, I'll probably switch to a new game. Or if something really catches my eye. Like if you want me to try a game, maybe send me a review that explains it good. That maybe watching that review, I'd be like, holy shit, I gotta play this game. But if I don't watch some sort of review tape that's gonna get me into it, it's gonna be hard to convince me to play a new game. Really, in most cases, people have to pay me to try new games. That's how I started playing Clone Evolution. I literally got paid to play it. Alright, that position did not help. So let's try putting him back in the other position. I think this kid's so weak, we should try someone else just for a change, see what happens. Because yeah, that pushed our power level way higher. Oh fuck, man. Monkey King just dies so quick. Does he have no items equipped? Maybe that's what it is. Man, he just got destroyed. Alright, so let's give a shout out to everyone in the regular chat now. Holy shit, we're at an hour and a half already. Yeah, let's speed her up. Alright, so Miss Epic, Shelly, thanks again for joining the chat. Oh yeah, and Shelly made it in first, so congratulations. Top Shelf, he managed to make second. Epic C, close third. Alright, so yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, I hope Pepe is right. Was he the one that broke his knee? Dear God, I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. And yeah, let's hope Potato Memes is going to be okay. I don't know, I haven't heard any updates from him in a while in the chat, so hopefully he's doing good too. Yeah, and let's give a big round of applause to everyone I just read in the chat there. Not worthy, not worthy. Now I've noticed Wayne's World has been making a comeback on TV commercials in Canada. I don't know if any other countries are doing it, but Wayne's World was a very popular thing when I was growing up, so I'm surprised to see it back on TV. Who is his name? Mike Myers? And Garth, who was he? Dana Carvey or something like that? Can't remember. Yeah, they used to be big on Saturday Night Live. It was when my parents would go out to nightclubs or bars or concerts, and they would get us babysitters, or if we were old enough to babysit ourselves, then we would just stay up late and watch Saturday Night Live. There'd be skits of Mike Myers doing Wayne's World. It's pretty wild. To go back into those days, it would be funny. Yeah, I was hoping Tia Carrere would make a comeback. I haven't seen her in much lately. Alright, so I wonder what other video game news there's going to be. I feel like we're just on the verge of something big. Because man, that new Neo Geo system is supposed to launch soon. Now I'm looking at, like, I was actually, like, quite skeptical of everything I was saying about new hologram technology coming out, being an actual reality soon. But after having the option to order that fucking hologram, you know the one that I was showing you guys on the screen? They're almost sold out. So they only have a couple units left that you can even order. And then once they're gone, they're gone. But I don't know what's going to happen with the next batch. Hopefully the next batch is cheaper. Dear God, if they come out with another batch of that, it's even more. That'll piss me off. I don't know what happened with Atari VCS, if how much that cost to buy, or if you can even buy it still. It's taken forever for that thing to launch to the regular public. Holy shit, we made it up to 6 likes. Thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, I remember back to the days where we were doing just the offline streams, and it was getting hard to get 2 or 3 likes per show. Even with me giving 2. So I appreciate everyone with that. That's awesome. No, hopefully we're going to get some guests on the show soon. Dear God, I bet you every player that I've arranged to have a guest has already moved on to playing different games by now. We'll soon see. Yeah, Warzard the Board Time Lord just logged in. You know, I was just about to say that. It's like you read my mind. Except I was actually going to say the opposite. It's because I remember that happened with Ouya, and it pissed a lot of people off. And that's what I did. And I was just hoping that I could do it again with the VCS. If anyone doesn't remember, what happened was people pre-ordered the system on, what was it, Kickstarted, crowdfunded, whatever that jazz. And what happened is when it came time to release the console, they put it in store shelves first before they shipped it out to the backers. So I was thinking that was ironic because I never backed the Ouya. But the day it launched on Amazon, I logged in and bought it that same day, and it arrived in the next day. So I got it even before a lot of the backers. So then after that, I was in the back of my mind always thinking I should never back something, because I can just wait for the day it launches on Amazon and get it first before the backers even do. But now Atari fixed that problem, or a solution. I kind of thought of it as a solution because I love taking advantage of it, but it was kind of mean. Like, really, the backers should get it first. It's pretty cheeseball that some guy just logs in on Amazon the day it launches and gets it first. Yeah, I love the Ouya. Dear God, that system is good. I actually bought 3 of them. Gave 1 to each of my brothers. Kept 1 for me. No, I think we all had the same controller drift issue too. But to be fair, that did end up happening to every console. Even Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. Oh no shit, Warzard the Board had one too. Did you sell yours or did you keep it? But yeah, did you hear what happened with the Ouya? They shut down the store, so people got all upset that you can't buy games on the store anymore. But what happened was, hackers or backers, they just developed their own server. So now you can change the server and log into a different server. So now when you boot up your Ouya, you can still get to a storefront. So that's pretty funny, eh? Everyone was worried that oh, yours bricked. That fucking sucks. Yeah, I heard people had problems bricking. The only thing I could think of, mine didn't brick because I hardly ever played it. Like, as much as I love the thing, it's like I hardly have time for video games. So I'd play it for maybe like a couple hours every month at most. Usually games night, just when people came over, we'd play No Breaks Valet. No Breaks Valet was really good. I really liked the ice hockey game that Ouya had. It was very similar to Blades of Steel. The only thing is, they didn't put the fighting in as much. They should have made the fighting better. Well, it was actually so close, so I actually bought the ice hockey game. And what else was another good one on the Ouya? Oh yeah, Arena of Heroes. Arena of Heroes was my all-time favorite game. That's why I was like, man, Ouya could be the best console. And then Arena of Heroes got shut down by lawsuits. So I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Best game ever came out and fucking got shut down by lawsuits. No, they said something about the game developers didn't get the copyrights for all of the fucking, all the material they used to create the game. So when they created it, it was breaking copyright laws. So it was easy for the game to get shut down. Which sucked, because the game was actually the best ever. That fucking really pissed me off when that game got shut down. I still have friends on my Facebook from the community that we started when we were playing that game. It was that good. Yeah! We beat one. Yeah, the Razer company took it over. But I'm happy that the Ouya servers are still up. I was thinking about, like, the unofficial ones are still up. I might actually convert mine over to it and connect to it just for the fun of it. Because I got a capture card, so I can still play my Ouya and do live streams. No Breaks Valet. Dear God, I love that game. I don't know what it is. I wish I could get the full version. I'll have to try to find a way to buy it. Yeah, I didn't get to try many of the Ouya games because I was on a tight budget back when I bought it. No, the only reason I bought so many Ouyas is they were $100 each, and I knew that there was no way that the price would ever drop lower than 100. Like, even right now, if you want to resell Ouyas, you can usually get over 100. Because most people realize that it's a rare collectible now, and it was a really good piece of video game history. I know a lot of people bash the Ouya, but it was fucking amazing. It just got a lot of bad press, and rightfully so. It had issues. But what console doesn't have issues? That's what I look at it. Where Ouya was good, it made up for any issues in my mind. Ouya was so ahead of its time that it was like the NES Classic, like a decade before the Classic came out. Because you could play every NES game on it, and you could even hook up an NES controller to it. So you could really do anything you wanted that the NES Classic can do with the Ouya. Not to mention with every other console too. You can hook up any controller from like Genesis, Super Nintendo, 3DO. As long as it has some sort of USB alternative for hooking up, you can plug it in the back of the Ouya. It's weird too, like so many retro knockoff companies make USB controllers of almost every system, so... Yeah! We got one! Kill the other one, come on! If we can take 2 down, we can finally win this. Boom! Oh, come on. I was hoping for a critical. If he would have hit a critical, we might have actually damaged her. Boom! Oh, come on. Why isn't he hitting the girl across from her? Isn't he supposed to do that? Alright, I'm gonna try switching this up. Well, let's maybe let it pan out a little faster, a little longer. Yeah, Space Rocks. I don't even think I heard of that one. Meltdown was fun. I know they had an Evil Knievel type game with like the motorcycle motocross type shit. It was really fun. No, people bashed on Ouya probably never really got to play it much, because I don't think too many people actually played it and then said it was shit, unless the controller they were using was the one with the drift. Because that was a funny thing, like, okay, sure the Ouya's got a shitty drifty controller, but it's compatible with every fucking controller. So if you're sick of the Ouya controller, just switch to any that you like. You could use Xbox, Sony, it works for fucking everything. So that's how I don't get. Oh yeah, we killed 2 of them. Holy shit, man. Holy, we're getting close to the 3rd. Holy, I was going to reset this because I thought we didn't have a chance. Yes! Holy. Yeah. I shouldn't be jinxing it. We're doing really good. See? That's all the gaming gods required. We just had to give homage to the Ouya, and they're like, okay, you can win this battle now. You've earned it. All worship the Ouya. If we win, I will boot up my Ouya today. No, I'm just kidding. I was debating that today, if I should actually hook up my Ouya or just put it on like some display. Like make a case and put lights under it. So I was thinking, if you already bricked your Ouya, it's not that bad, because you could still just put it on a shelf as a display, right? I would keep it for that. Because that's what I'm thinking about doing with one that works anyways, because I have the NVIDIA Shield. It can do everything that Ouya can, but slightly better. I was thinking too that I could just sell my Ouya on like a used site or something. But I was like, fuck it, man. I should really keep it. Part of gaming history. Yes! Woo! Yeah! Fucking A. Can't believe we beat it. Thanks, viewers. Did anyone think we actually stood a chance at that battle? I thought for how many times we played it, we were fucked. There's no way we were going to beat it. But we did. Never lose hope. There's always hope. As long as you're still breathing. Hey, and even these days, machines can breathe for you. No, I'm just kidding. Shouldn't make fun of that. It's horrible. It's too soon. It's like, well, at least wait till it's not happening. Nah, I shouldn't fuck around too, because some of my roommates and family are all going for the thing I can't speak of. So hopefully it goes well for them, especially hoping that it doesn't become contagious for everyone else in the house. That'll be a good test to see if it is or not. I don't know if anyone's ever talked about that yet on the internet. If one person in your family happens to go and get the medical procedure, is there risk to anyone else when they come back? Because they do say that you get really sick once you get that procedure, right? And I'm hoping that really sick phase isn't a contagious one. Because that would really suck. Alright. Alright, so we got the first battle complete. Yes. Sideload clone evolution to the Ouya. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's a APK. Yeah, so I can even load it on my fucking NVIDIA Shield. The only thing is, I only play it when I'm streaming, and I'm not going to stream it from my console. Probably could, but yeah. Yeah, Danger Dave might have been the name of that motocross game. I think it actually said motocross in the name of the game, though. It was wild, because like the tires would stretch whenever you would reach on different, land on different platforms. Had like a million different animations of how you could wreck your bike and get hurt really bad. I shouldn't be saying that as I go to do no-hand stunts on my bike. Now, that's the one thing I started to realize when I was doing stunts on my bike with all those cameras. I'm like, dear God, if I wipe out, I'm going to have this wipeout on like fucking 10 different cameras. So hopefully whatever wipeout I get, I can cover my medical bills with the views from the video. Right, we have to beat these Catholic heroes. Take that, King Peter! Oh fuck, Tengu versus the Catholic hero. Who will win? He's like, go back to church. You're done. Yeah. Alright, now we got some battles of Trump. Like, get out of here, Trump, with your injection sales. See, he's even holding a syringe. Wouldn't that be funny? Like the government knew in advance, or Clone Evolution knew, that he was going to be pushing those fucking syringes on everyone. They even added it to his character. And what else is he holding in his hand there? It's probably something else. He's getting too conspiratorial. Yeah, there's one thing I didn't like about Trump. I liked his NASA plan. Well, I didn't like his wall plan either. That was so stupid. He's even still talking about it. Man, I'd love to challenge him to a debate over that. I'd be like, man, are you telling me that just a simple fine of, say, like $500 a day and jail if you can't pay for every day you're in the country would work better than a wall? Like, come on, man. This fucking wall, people can either drive around it, just fly over it. There's a million ways to get around this fucking wall. And it costs so much. And the fine would make money. People would be like, oh fuck, got fined for being in the country illegally. Fuck man, I'll be in jail if I don't leave. Can you imagine, right? People are like, holy shit, I should actually leave this country or I'll be in jail. Not that I think we even should have borders at this point. It has gotten ridiculous. That's the one thing I've learned about the whole lockdown, is borders in general are just an excuse for the fucking governments to shut us down, right? Like if we never had any countries or borders to begin with at this point, well, I shouldn't say that, because even within Canada, we don't even have any borders. Like between provinces, we don't have any gates or anything. So yeah, but they still managed to lock us, even within city gate limits. So I guess that's to one point. Yeah, it is kind of nice to be able to maintain your own tax too. Because if you have no border and you're paying all this money into tax, it's nice to actually get something. If people can just come from other regions that aren't paying into that tax pool, it's not fair to everyone that pays into it. Especially if you're told that it's going to be used equally. That's one thing that's a major issue with Canada right now, is we all pay the same for our free healthcare, what is it called, OHIP? But now they're segregating the payouts, like the medical procedures. So when you go, like say you pay in equal price for the free healthcare, it's like 80% of your income in tax. And then you go to the hospital and they're like, sorry sir, you have to fill out a form. And then you fill out this form, they're like, oh, your race doesn't match. Like, sorry, you have to wait in line and your race is at the end of the line. I'd be like, what the fuck? Are you telling me that we all pay into the system for tax equally for healthcare, but now when I go to the hospital, it depends what race I am if I'm gonna get treated or not. It's like, that's fucked up. Like, I couldn't believe when I found out that's how our healthcare system was working. And they're trying to split it by jobs or by age. I was thinking, man, if everyone's paying into the same healthcare system, you should be able to go in and get the same healthcare. You shouldn't have to be like getting into lines that are segregated by age and race or job class even. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I get the people that are like high risk want to get in the line faster. I'm pretty sure if you just ask the general public, you're like, hey, could you wait in line or wait until then and not just order it? Most people would just wait. Sure, there'd be people that are really freaked out and would just go and get it right away, no matter even what age they were or class or risk. But dear God, man, I can't believe Canada did that with our healthcare. That should be shameful, especially when they always preach equality. Canada is supposed to be the equal system for everyone. Yeah, no one has money. Well, I shouldn't say no one has money. I was watching some YouTube streamers the other day bragging about how they can just spend money like crazy because they're fucking loaded. I was like, man, that must be nice. Now, I'd be surprised if my monetization actually pays much. Well, I'll let everyone know what it comes to. I was thinking about monetizing it today, but really I'm pretty getting like a sickening feeling that I'm going to monetize it and it's just going to get rid of my channel. So, might have to restart over from BitChute. Oh, come on, Tengu. We got 2 bitches to take. Take them down. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Oh yeah. Yes. Victory. Alright, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark soon. I let it go a little bit longer because Warzard the Board Time Lord joined, and we're having some luck in the cave. We have mastered the cave. I shouldn't say mastered it, man. We gotta make it to the next boss so we can collect some gold chips. Yeah, I gotta put Tengu back in the semi-tank position. And the Monkey King in there seems like a waste because he just dies. Come on, take Abe out. Boom. Oh, come on. Boom. Holy shit, man, this Abe just won't die. He's gonna fucking kill Alice before he dies. Holy shit, they did kill her once. There we go. 1 Abe is done. Yeah, it's a fucking intense battle. These wrestling kings aren't nothing to fuck with once they get up to this level. Yeah, I don't know, the YouTuber, I think he said he was something to do with computers. So he must have some sort of high-paying tech job too. Now, I don't think, unless you get to like millions of views, that YouTube would pay the greatest. Yeah, that would be the tempting thing. If I do start getting a monetized channel, I should start fishing to try to like just get clickbait videos. I know you shouldn't add those to your channel, but it'll be tempting. A friend of mine said that's what he started doing with his pets. He just makes videos about his like, I think he titled the one video "Dog Learning to Sit" for the first time, and it went viral. Got like a fucking, like over 100,000 views or whatever. So I don't know. Some people are even doing it with animals, where you like adopt like a disabled animal and then make a pet channel about it, and people will go crazy about it. You can make a fortune. But I don't really want to get too tempted to do that. And I guess the only nice thing about that is they are helping an animal in the process, even if they're using it for views. It's like, I love you, animal. Meanwhile, it's just for the YouTube. Yeah, Linus, he's Canadian. I'm trying to think. It was one of the YouTube streamers who is criticizing the Amico. But he says that he actually bought the Amico or ordered it, but he's still making fun of it because he thinks it's mostly a funny system. That's what I was thinking about too. I'm actually tempted to buy it just because it's made by Tommy Tallarico. But I haven't really been interested to buy it from any software point of view. I'm very skeptical of even other modern games. Ah, fuck. Did you see who the new boss we're playing is? It's fucking Hitler. Dear God. Bet you Suki would laugh her ass off now. We're stuck on Hitler. Alright, so I can't delay this anymore. We're going to have to wrap up the show. We're stuck on Hitler, and I'm going to go have to take down part of my greenhouse so it doesn't get destroyed in the hurricane. Who knows? Maybe the hurricane won't be so bad, but I know my luck. It's probably going to be bad. Very bad. Alright, so let's go to the affiliate links. I think I gave everyone a shout out. Oh yeah, another shout out to Warzard the Board Time Lord. He joined the chat as well. Epic C, Top Shelf, and Shelly. So thanks everyone, and anyone I missed. Yeah, I was clicking the wrong thing. Alright, so Patreon, I showed that. Society 6, finishing quick is my specialty. It comes on t-shirts and bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. Hadar TV, pays you to play video games, or watch videos. Swagbucks, pays you to shop online. GameKit, pays you to play those games. And Free Bitcoin is the wallet system. I haven't showed it in a while, because we're going into YouTube monetization soon, and they're pretty sketchy when it comes to casinos. But, let's see... Yeah, we also have the Virtual Mate Sex Machine. It's for adults and men only, but if ladies need one, they know who to call. I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's see here. It's Kickstarted, crowdfunded, has shipped, and I do have a coupon code for it, so I'm going to post that on the animation very shortly. We'll have to make that new animation soon. Maybe we'll do a YouTube monetization celebration where we get a whole bunch of new things added to the show. Yeah, let's try to do that. I think that's within reach. Oh yeah, and click show more information if you want all these links and more, including my website. And all these links have some sort of age and rules that you have to check in your region. So make sure you check all those before you get involved. All right, let's go to the fire screen and see what we got. But yeah, and thanks for everyone who's been helping in the arena battles. I know we got it done, and we got a few other people in the show chat helped out. So big shout out to everyone who helped out with those. Alright, let's go to the fire screen. What do I got in my Clone Evolution bag today? We'll dig deep into the bag. Right, digging deep into the bag. Ooh, we got some more level 40 stuff. If you happen to get a level 40 remote control in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can help with a like. Really appreciate it.
Just make sure never buy the product from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life.
Bye for now, everyone. See you later. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, see ya. Good luck.